Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge where, despite people claiming 2 days ago it was supposed to be wheel spin, it is wheel spin day today, so let's get it spinning and see what new pain awaits me today. I do have a plan. No beacons while working fields, that's kind of fine, that's not going to screw up my plan. So let's get into game. I will update the Google Doc like immediately, so I'll get into game. It'll be a couple of seconds on my side and literally like now on yours. And we're in game. I finished the fertilizing that I started in yesterday's fail stream, which if you didn't see any of it, my internet's being terrible today. As I'm recording this, I've not reset it yet, but yeah, I took a bit of time to calm down because I was quite angry after the fail stream. But today's plan involves the class. It also involves beacons. It also involves me resetting the cruise control down to 40. Or when we get on the road here. And going in this direction. Because I want to try and get the pigs back down to where the rules say I need to have them, because I've got too many at the moment. And the rules say 25 pigs minimum is 25, so... Yes, I did just flash up the Google Doc so that I could check. And that is up to date. So if you want to play along at home, the rules are completely up to date at the moment. So let's grab our animal trailer, because I think you get a bit of a premium for selling them manually. But I need to get money together, basically. You know, we got a loan out, we got money that we need to get together for various things, including new fields. I do want to buy, ideally, like 2 more fields. But I know that this series is kind of running towards the end of it. We are coming up on the end of the series just because, you know, time is not on my side. Time is continuing onwards, and I think we'll end possibly we probably won't make it to episode 50. Just because I do want to swap onto a new map at some point soon. For this side of the channel, basically the days where I'm not on Oakfield. And that means, yeah, things are gonna be changed. So I have currently 28, 48, 68, 78 plus 7 is 83 picks, I think. I'm gonna sell like 3 or 4 trailer loads, and I'm just gonna grab as many as I can. Trailer's full. Now we're down to 24. And oh god, I'm gonna need a calculator. Well, if I only need 25, it should be fairly easy to notice when I've hit 25. That's gonna be minus 100 immediately, isn't it? So let's get just cheat money up. Minus 100. I think I've said in the past that if I crash while dealing with one of the fines from crashing, I'm just not gonna count it as a crash. Because I do want to keep the episode moving on, despite, you know, some crashes and stuff. I think the animals sell. Yeah, the animals should sell over here. And we should get a decent amount for these pigs, hopefully. I don't mind selling some off because it's, yeah, the pigs reproduce so fast that this is, in effect, in some ways, some free money. Not the end of the world if, you know, we start running a small bit low. And the hope is that we'll get enough. I'm not gonna say enough to get a field, but we'll get enough money together that we've got No, I want to move from this to this. That's 12 grand immediately. Let's try and deal with the loan. I'll just set it down as low as I can for now. And we'll probably end up needing to pull more loan out because we're minus 60,000 currently. And that would mean 5 more trailer loads of pigs. I think. So, yeah, 5 more trailer loads. Which I don't think will get us down to 25. I think we've got less than that amount of pigs left to get down to 25 pigs. They need water, by the way. That's a thing that I forgot. That's something that I will sort. Once we're down to a bit more of a sane number of pigs, I can run back to the yard and get the water tanker and get them sorted. Let's go in cab for a bit. I don't do much in cab work, so let's chill out in cab for a small bit and try and get somebody to go. I do still have the John Deere working over on field 19. It is still working with the Culti plow. You're wondering where that is currently. So let's get another trailer load. And we're down to 21, 33, 47, 61. Right. It's quite a few pigs. How are we doing for milk, actually? Something that I haven't checked in a little while. I know that I've sold the eggs fairly recently. So let's just check how we're doing with milk. The chickens also need food. Milk, we've got 875 litres, so I've clearly sold off some milk recently. Yeah, this is going to be one of those episodes where not a whole lot... This is seemingly just a thing at the moment, is we're in a weird period where I can't figure out interesting things to do, so we're just kind of doing stuff that needs to be done regardless. In fact, I'm going to jump cut, and you can tell how long I'll be gone because the time at the top right will change from the real clock mod, because I need to run and deal with something real quick, and yeah, jump cut. One jump cut later, I'll be back. And after what, nearly 2 hours, I'm back. Yeah, I ended up doing a lot more than what I had anticipated, and also had dinner, so I'm good now. I ain't hungry. I'm so glad that didn't pop up. Assassin's Creed. I've been downloading Assassin's Creed Unity because I want to explore Notre Dame, and the only way I can do that affordably is with Assassin's Creed Unity, and it would be fairly not identical to Notre Dame, as it unfortunately burned recently, but fairly similar. And just as a promo thing for anybody who wants a free game, it is free on the Uplay launcher at the moment. So, if you want a free Assassin's Creed game, if you are a fan of free games, or just want some Assassin's Creed, yeah, Unity is free at the moment. Hopefully it has faces. So we're down to what, 50,000 in debt, 21, 33... I'm sure I did this count before I ran off to do stuff. 21, 33, 47, 61. Pigs remaining. And I think we'll do like 2 more loads and then actually start dealing with trying to get the pigs back up to 100%. Or as close as I can get, because I don't have any sugar beet or anything. That's something that I'd need to buy a small field for. So let's get, yeah, 1 more load should do it. Of 12 pigs, which brings us down to 49. And unless I misrule, like, I need 25. So 49 is, I think, a good number. 49 I think is a number that's not like huge, but it's not also not tiny. It is literally a number. And apologies for the extra jump cut there. I was being handed a cup of tea and some mini apple pies. So I'm happy with it. Why are you doing this? Oh, because my leg was... I was wondering why my stream deck was being weird. It's because my leg was hitting it and knocking it in and out of the USB port. That's what the Windows disconnect sounds were. So, yeah, let's sell this last bunch of pigs, and we'll get down to literally a number in debt. Wrong button. Minus 35, minus 45, because I need 10,000 minimum. We'll bring this back to the yard. It is going to be one tractor day, annoyingly, unfortunately, fortunately. I guess it depends on your point of view there. We are just going to be on the class all day. And I will be playing Assassin's Creed Unity once this video is rendered, which I'm going to get going as quickly as I can. I hate how slow the AI drives. Please try faster AI. Let's go 31, which should be slow enough that I'm just sat behind the AI driver here, because I can't be bothered overtaking. In fact, I've got space here. Let's go for it. Let's go for the overtake. And oh no, there's a car coming in the opposite direction. Okay, pull in. And I remembered at the very last minute there they actually need to take this turn. So the plan now is... Okay, what do we need the most to deal with the animals? Because I do want to get the chickens back up, and I think they need wheat or barley, as do the pigs. So let's get a trailer load of wheat or barley. What do I have in storage? Barley, 49,000. I'm going to need to grow more barley. Wow. Okay, that's decided what's going into field 19, I guess. Is a bit of barley. And we're off the roads now. We can get back up to full speed. I think the Deutz is on the front of the trailer that I'll need. Turn off the beacons as well. No need for bacons. Is the Deutz on the front of the tipper? It isn't also, but we'll actually be using 2 tractors today. Let's get this into the trailer shed. And I know the farm's a bit of a mess. It's just the way things go occasionally. So let's get this on the go. Let's turn off the GPS lines. We don't need them. We don't need to know how badly we're off a straight line when we're trying to drive in a straight line. And we need barley. If you're wondering why oats was pre-selected there, it's because in the fail stream, for the few people that were there at the time, I did feed the horses. That was one of the jobs that needed doing. So this is off to the pigs. And I know this isn't going to be of any use to anybody watching, because it will have taken place last night. But in what, about 40 minutes, well, about just over half an hour for me, there will be a rocket launch, which I'll be watching. A Cygnus spaceship, or spacecraft, on an Antares launch vehicle from Wallops, which looking forward to. I've got the stream running. It's muted, and I'm just watching the rocket on the launch pad with the sea in the background, which is quite nice. But yeah, we're or I am getting to watch another rocket launch today. I'm a big fan, space nerd. Although I don't play Kerbal Space Program much. True fact. Do not play KSP all that much. Tomorrow's stream, which hopefully will go well, I will probably reboot my internet when I go to do some dishes and stuff later on this evening. Tomorrow's stream is planned to be Oakfield. Although I might bring it back here just to try and get more work done, because I think we got a lot to do on this map as well. We got a lot to do on both maps, to be fair. Can I squeeze through? No, that's just not gonna work. I'm not even gonna try and squeeze through. Oh, I'm glad I didn't try and squeeze through the little gap. Because I need to be... I'm not going to count that as a crash, because I'm really not actually sure what I hit. Something else I can do is bring this around. This, by the way, is why I have a skid steer stationed at this yard. It is just to deal with the pigs, because they can get out of control pretty quickly. Also, it's one of these vehicles that I never need to worry about. Never need to worry about whether or not I'm gonna be speeding, because this thing is so slow that it's basically impossible. I say basically, it is impossible for me to break the speed limit. It maxes out at 18 kph. Which is, what, 11 or so miles an hour? Maybe 12? For those of you that don't know, why I am not sure what 18 kph is in miles an hour, it's because I pretty much operate solely using the metric system. It just... because I play a lot of racing games, it makes life a bit easier for me. Although, you might notice in Friday streams and Monday streams when I'm on Flight Sim that I do use feet and nautical miles and knots to when I'm flying, and that, or when I'm in Flight Sims, and that is literally because those are the standard measurements for flight. There will be just to talk about Flight Sims, actually, and the GA World Tour that's ongoing on the channel. There will be periods where I'll be using meters and kilometers an hour. I should actually mention that there will be periods specifically over China, and I think one or two other places. I'll need to do a bit of research. I've not hit any countries that do this yet, but there are some countries that operate their aircraft and aircraft traffic control entirely in the metric system, which is very unusual for planes. Everybody's just kind of agreed that they use imperial measurements, feet, nautical miles, and knots, because that's what ships used. And the first international flights, really, were flying boats, and all based off boats, and Pan Am popularized the whole boat thing, which is why if ever you see an aircraft captain, he's got the boat style uniform. That is a I want to say a little known fact, but I think it's fairly well known that I've just realized this looks untidy, but it is actually them being tidy, isn't it? Because they're all in a neat little line there. It's something that is somewhere in between, like being little known and very well known, that Pan Am popularized the whole thing where aircraft pilots wore ship uniforms, because Pan Am called their planes originally the flying boat, or yeah, they were flying boats officially. And Pan Am like ran with that and went, hey, if they're flying boats that are captains and first officers, as they'd been named because that's what the boats used, should dress appropriately and use the correct uniforms. So that's a little known fact about aviation. Or a little known fact outside of aviation. I think it's fairly well known among plane nerds that that is a thing. We have 29 sheep. When did we get... Oh, we got 29 sheep when I didn't bother checking on the sheep for a while and they made 4 more sheep. We are still, I think, on 25 cows. Although the next animal count being at 107 hours, I think we might be at 26. Maybe even 27. Oh. It gets spicy. So hopefully we'll get a glimpse of the John Deere. Oh, there it is. I say hopefully I was just about to say, oh, hopefully we'll get a glimpse of the John Deere as it's going around doing its thing. No, there it is. Just on the other side of the field there. I think the second to last headland. So that's going to be turned into a barley field. That field did actually need ploughing. I didn't just send it off on the culture plough for, you know, for fun. There was an actual reason behind it. How are the cows looking here for everything? They could possibly do with a bit of a muck out, but not all that bad. The obvious temptation for me, because I've got a fascination with doing this, is to get a second skid steer just for the cows, which... Oh, just for the cows and sheep, which actually wouldn't be the worst idea, but it'd be painful to muck out because the cows take so much. Or produce so much manure. Although with the trailer... Ooh. With the trailer, that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Although it does take a while to fill the trailer with the skid steer, so that's probably a terrible idea. Also, the skid steer doesn't like having the bucket full of manure. So, no, it's just a terrible idea. But, problem with doing so many jump cuts in the studio is I now have no idea how long it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up one more time, bring it over to the pigs, and give them some water, and we'll call it an episode after that, I think. I do love... I think I've said this every single time I've used it. I love this little dog. It's so adorably derpy. With the humongous windscreen and teeny tiny droopy nose. It's very hard for me to not like it. And I've just thought of something I can sell that'll get me a small bit of extra cash. And that is... because I spotted it. This. That can go away. Don't need that. It's left the pallet behind. That's going to just be there forever. Ooh, I can also pay back 15 more grand of the loan. Sweet! We're down to 30,000 euro loan now. And, is there a great demand ongoing? Because I didn't check lately, no. I will actually... One of the rules, if you haven't checked the Google Doc, is that I'm only allowed to sell milk within certain times. I'm going to make an exception that's not going to be in the rules document because it's not going to be a solid one. If there's a great demand, I reserve the right to like sell milk. If I've got lots of milk, in particular, I reserve the right to just run off and start selling milk like a madman to make extra money, which I think is fair because it's within the great demand rule. It just breaks the milk sale rule because milk, like, In real life, you don't sell milk when there's a great demand for it. You just sell milk when you have milk because it's a perishable product. In Farm Sim, it doesn't. It kind of matters in Farm Sim. It kind of doesn't. And even in real life, like you can keep it in a storage tank as long as that storage tank doesn't have air and it's not contaminated. You know, you can keep it for a while, I guess. Especially if the storage tank is like a pasteurization tank as well. Like as long as the milk doesn't spoil, I see no reason why it wouldn't be kept nearly infinitely. See, nobody can complain today because I'm actually dealing with the crashes as they happen. For once. Not going to count that because that was more of a clip. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. The info thing for the water trigger is a bit weird here. I'll be back tomorrow with hopefully a stream if my internet allows, and definitely a video. Until then, stay safe. And goodbye.